Hello y'all, my name is Scott Grove. Today I am going to invite you to join me in learning some of the best Southern country gospel music ever put out there. Okay, this is not your typical stuff. This is exactly what it says. It is just good old country, the Southern get down gospel stuff, and we got some pretty stuff here too. So any of y'all that have your praise groups, your worship groups and stuff, at church and what have you, or if you just want to sit at home and play some of your favorites, I'm going to teach you to do them all. All you have to have is a basic understanding of just your major chords. Okay, as long as you know how to play your E, A's, and your B's and C's and D's, you've got enough talent to take care of this. Okay, I'll teach you all of the rhythm parts to all of these songs. We will be actually going through with real songs. Okay, so like I teach you 10 songs on here. The 10 songs are, and you learn them from listening to the actual recordings of Christy Lane doing One Day at a Time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. You know the song. Gene Watson, one of the best voices ever. A song called Climb Higher. It's an amazing song. If you haven't heard it, by golly, you're going to love this one. How Great Thou Art. Of course, we're going to do Loretta Lynn's version. Why? You'll see why when you get in all these. I chose these specifically, these artists, to represent these songs for a reason, because they lend themselves so well to just playing an acoustic guitar, which everything is taught on. Just strictly acoustic. No lead stuff, just all the rhythm stuff to get you, through your group or through just jamming at home. I Saw the Light by none other than Mr. Hank Williams Sr. Who else, can we count on to do this? Jim Reeves, one of my favorites, doing I'll Fly Away. It is just amazing. Again, I brought Loretta Lynn back in for Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Why didn't I go with the Carter family or whatever? Just basically to teach y'all a lesson. Some of this stuff is just too easy, but I wanted to learn y'all. Yeah, you got to have yourself a capo, but on this particular song and on Will the Circle Be Unbroken, you won't be allowed to use it. I actually finished the CD or DVD or whatever you're getting with that song because you had it too easy all the way through it. So I actually teach you how to play B flats and E flats and A flats and all that stuff without using a capo. So you get it easy throughout most of these, but capo free you will be. After that we have Merle Haggard doing Precious Memories. That is a treat. Patsy Cline's version of Just Closer Walk with Thee. Randy Travis doing an amazing version of Amazing Grace. Just him, an acoustic guitar, nothing else. It is fabulous. And also the last one here, there are 10 songs on here. What a Friend We Have in Jesus. Just a good old Southern gospel classic. I don't even know who did the song on this one, but you play with the original artist. I go along, I teach you every little single strumming pattern, so don't worry about how it has to be strummed, because I teach it to you. Why can't I sit here and play it all and show you little parts of it? Copyright infringements, believe it or not, even with gospel music, it's the world's all about making money, it seems, these days, instead of just making music. So, you can check out my gazillions of feedbacks and know that I'm the guy to teach you this. Nobody will teach you better, period. If so, I give you your money back, you get to keep the DVD. It's just the way I've always worked. Okay? So, that being said, grab this. You're going to have the most fun you've ever had learning any kind of music in your life. I make it nice and easy, and I teach you something that is out of your comfort zone just a little bit. Like I said, I'll take you with all the sharps and the flats and make you play some of these without the capos. So, yeah, there's a challenge here. It's not just a free ride. Hey, look how pretty I am. Speaking of which, before I get out of here, I was with a band playing over at the Mystic Lake Casino, just south of Minneapolis one time. And we were on break. We were all wearing our Porter Wagner looking, nudie suits with all the rhinestones and all this stuff. So we were on break, and I go to the bathroom. I know, TMI already. Too much information. I'm standing shoulder to shoulder with some guy, and he looks over at me with just the dirtiest look I've ever been given. And anyway, I was scruffier than this, and so I had, you know, a little more of a beard going, and he looks me up and he looks me down. This is a true story. And he's like, "Who the heck you supposed to be, son?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, all that long hair and that whiskers and all that stuff." He goes, "What's up with that mess?" And you and then he goes, "I don't, what's up with that?" I said, I don't even know what made me think of this, but I just said, just trying to look like my hero. He's like, "What kind of hero would you have that would possibly even look like that?" I just turned around and looked at him and said, "Jesus Christ, you ever heard of him?" Shut that boy down like that. Anyway, so enough with story time. We're not here for stories, we're here for learning. So grab the video and just have the most fun you've ever had learning these great songs. I plan on doing a good gazillion dozen of these things. I've had lots of requests for gospel, for contemporary Christian music, which I'll do also. And we'll do some more of this fun stuff too, and just all kinds of it. So keep sending the requests, and I do get to them, whether it be 10 years from now or whatever. This one's been like 5 years coming. And here it is. So here's your first 10 songs. Grab them and let's go. Okay, now we're going to do Hank Williams Sr.'s version of I Saw the Light. Very easy. The main part is going to be, of course, your right hand with the strumming. 3 chords, G, C, and D. Once again, as I always tell people, if you're going to be playing a G chord forever and ever, amen, please, let's do them this way, okay? So what you have, of course, is on your low E string, your middle finger, 3rd fret, 2nd fret on your A string with your 1st finger, and then where everything is different from the way most people will teach it. Why? Because they haven't learned anything in the past 40 years, so things have changed. G chords are now made this way. They sound better. Okay, so let's put your pinky on the high E string, 3rd fret, then your ring finger directly above it on your B string, also at the 3rd fret. So you end up with this. You're using 4 fingers on a G chord instead of this old method. I'll show you the reason behind this. People have quit playing the regular G's long, long ago. Here's the regular old G chord. Okay, it just might sound good to you, but check it out against it. Here's the old way, and here's this way. See, that's the way people have been playing it for the past 40 years, is this particular way. So no matter how you see it in your little books, don't do it that way. Okay, so on I Saw the Light, again, like I said, G, C, and D is all there is to it. Now, there are no drums back in these days, okay? So we have it like this. Okay. So our picking will actually be okay, so it'll be like that. To do that is, okay, that's hitting your low E string, which of course has your G note fretted. Then down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. So you go low E string, down. You hesitate for a short second, then up, down, up. Okay? And you keep coming back to that G string. Down, up, E string, down, up, E string, down, up. And just work at getting that faster and faster. That's the way it's actually played on here, so it's like... So that's the way we're playing it. And I'll just holler out the chords here to you. Now, if you just need to take some time and get that rhythm developed, one of your better ways to do it, if you're just sitting around watching the TV or you just have time, is go. Just cover up your strings down here. It sounds better covered up down here. But just sitting around going. Okay, now the speed. That's exactly the way it should sound. So if you don't want to wake up anybody in the house by doing that, just... Not that that wouldn't wake anybody up, but that's a good way to play it. Okay, so that's the way it's played on this particular version. One of the, of course, the main version there is of this one out there, of course. So we'll go right on through it. I'll yell the chords out to you, and then after that I'll just let the song play through, and I will shut my trap and let y'all pick along with it, okay? So here we go. Again, it's kind of hard to keep the tempo because it is actually in a bluegrass style before they were using any drums at all. So that wash tub bass thing going on is about the only thing we had to keep rhythm with. So I'll try to play the guitar just a little louder so you can check it out. So here comes the chords: G, C, and D. The intro is G, D, and G. Just that quick. It switches to the D and then back. So here we go. And G, like G, D, and D dog, back to G. So G, C, back to G. Okay, now I will pause here for a second because you will notice it does come in on, these are what are called like half bars or half measures. So it comes in, it's like an anticipated thing, so it actually chops it off, so you can just listen to the words and change with the words if you need to, but it's actually splitting the bar up, a bar being a count of 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And see how it just kind of chops off in the middle of your counting. 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So it changes on the 3. So that's splitting the bar up. So let's start from the beginning and just know that it does that. And I'll just crank it up just a little more and yell out the chords. Here they come, kids. G. Now you're kind of hearing, praise the Lord. D dog, I saw the G and G. Going to C. Back to G now. And it does that thing again. And D dog. And back to G. Just stay on that D just for a second. Staying in G. Going to C now. Back to G now. Going to do a quick D in a second. Here. Back to G. So just throws it in there really quick. G and D. Back to G. And G. And C. Back to G. Getting ready to do that quick D in a second. And D dog. Back to G. G. C. Back to G. Quick D. G. Now we G. Just like a verse. And C. Back to G. Okay, so your main thing is just basically trying to keep that quick D going on. And your strumming is never interrupted. Okay, and of course when you're doing the other chords like your C, you're doing the same thing as before where you're hitting like the low E string. Down, up, down, up. But you're just starting on the C note, which will be your 3rd fret on your A string. When you go to the D, same thing. D string, down, up, down. Then you have enough time just to do that whole thing through one time when you do the D, so you will not get interrupted with your picking style. So, praise the Lord, I saw the light. Okay, so just you have enough time to. Okay, so you do have just enough time to do that. The only really weird part is the way that C chops in the middle of your measure, your bar, your whatever you want to call it. They're all the same thing. Okay, so people, a bar and a measure are, yeah, the same thing. So don't get confused by the different names for the same thing out there. It's kind of like maize and corn, you know, same thing, different name. Okay, so it's going to be your intro again. One more time, listen to the intro, and then I'll let you guys have it off on your own. So that's how much you have of an intro before we actually come in and singing. So that is your intro. So it's actually that long. Okay, so I'm going to goose this up and just let you play along with it. Okay, that's all there is to it. I'll be right here and I'll be doing a Milli Vanilli thing, you know, where I'm pretending I'm playing, but kind of not, but just so you can see on the screen, you know, where my fingers are at in case you get lost. Okay, so once again, Hank Williams Sr. with I Saw the Light. Long intro with just the G's. Sing I wandered so aimlessly in the night, praise the Lord, I saw the light, and you'll be fine with that change on the D. Okay, so, and here we go. And like I said, just look on the screen if you need me. Okay, I can start at the beginning. How's that? Here we go. Okay, so there you go. Nice and simple. Again, just sit around. Okay, to get your rhythm. Okay, and that's the rhythm to the whole song all the way through. And if you play it like that with any of your buddies or whatever, and you don't have a drummer in there, then that's what's going to keep the whole thing in rhythm. And put a good downstroke emphasis on that very first downstroke after you hit like the low E string. Okay, so on that first downstroke after you hit the first note, that will keep that tempo going. That's what gets the old toes a tapping. Okay, so do it like that. Praise the Lord, our souls delight. Okay, some people will do that if they just get lazy, but really give that first stroke, you know, some good emphasis. Okay, so there you go. Once again, Hank Sr., you gotta love him. Okay, it is now time for Loretta Lynn and her version of How Great Thou Art. Girls love to sing in weird flat keys and sharp keys. Okay. So this particular version is actually in the key of F sharp or G flat, whichever you prefer to call it. So in order to make this the easiest way possible for y'all, of course, as explained in the text before you got this, you would need a capo. And the very best way to play a lot of things that are in this song is for you to be capoing here at the 4th fret. So put your capo at the 4th fret, and we'll be playing 4 chords. Now that we're capoed up here, they will be D, G, okay, G with the extra, so you have your pinky up here at the 7th fret and your ring finger at the 7th fret, say E and B string, and then make the rest of your regular G, and A. The other one's going to be your E minor. For anybody not familiar with the E minor, you just play regular E, just lift off your first finger. Okay, now we do have a little bit of fun here in the intro. Just listen real quick. Okay, so we'll do a pseudo version of that just so you can have something fun here. Number one, the rhythm is just so it's just starting with your D chord, D string, then down up, D, down up, then G, down up. So you always hit your root note, meaning whatever note is the name of the particular chord. So like D, you would hit your D note, down up, D note, down up, D note, down up, G note. Okay, even though it's not really a G at this point, it's actually a B because you're capoed way up here, but for all intensive purposes, the guitar starts with what you can see on the screen, okay? So when I yell out G, I mean play a G chord, instead of yelling out B and confusing everybody. Okay, so it's just simply that. Down up, down up, down up, down up, down up, down up. Okay, so this little intro thing, I'll make it this easy for you. Cool. It'd be good for you guys to have that intro. I'll make it like, you know, something like that. So what we'll do is on the Well, make it nice and full. Especially if you're just going to be playing it yourself, you need something bigger sounding than what they have there, because there's a whole band. Okay, so they just had one guy going. Okay, and you can't just do that and make it sound good. So I'm going to make it sound good for you. So let's play a D chord. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to have you do is just that. And that's take your D chord. Then I want you to flatten it out so it's just covering the 3 strings, your E, B, and G string, with your first finger. Okay, so. And then right back to your D chord, okay? So just down, down, each time, okay? Is down. Okay, so that's it. Okay, you can even do it this way if you want to. You can just take your first, or your ring finger, and just move it back one instead of having to do that. If you can squeeze it back there and get all the fingers, all 3 fingers on 1 fret, by all means do it that way. It's a lot easier. Catch that? Okay, so whichever way is easiest for you. Okay, so here we go. And then we go to that E minor, again, which is just an E, but lift off your finger. And we'll just pick. Okay, so get that low E string ringing. So hit the whole chord. So what we have is the D, then the whole E minor, the whole thing. So make it big and full, then come picking upward is what I would normally do. Up 3 strings, E string, B string, G string, 3 times. Okay, after you hit the full E minor, so you have. Then hit the A chord, okay? Okay, so you did the E minor, then 3 times here. Then A chord, then you're going to have to take your pinky. Here's where she gets funky on you, okay? And though you have everything crammed in this little space, you have to put your pinky right here at what we're going to call the 2nd fret, because 2nd fret past your capo. So, and then up to the 3rd fret. Okay, it's actually the 6th fret and 7th fret, but we're going to call it right here. So pinky here on the 2nd fret. We're going to call it 2nd fret past the capo. Okay, 2nd fret. So you have 4 strings on the 2nd fret along with your A. Okay, if you want to just play an A like this, you can just go like that. Bar it all the way across all the strings except for your A string and your E string. And then put 1 finger down there on your 3rd fret. And then hit your B string. And then back to a D chord. Okay, that might be the easiest way for a lot of you. Okay, so from, or like, from the A, then the B string, then the D chord. Okay, again 3 times. And then play the chord. So let's call it that way, okay? So we're just coming up with off the cuff the easiest way to make this intro sound cool, but if you're doing it as a 1-person thing. Otherwise you can just play the 1 note at a time and you can see what those notes are. Okay, so one last time, and this does it twice in the song. So just do the D chord, move the finger back, move it forward, E minor, A, then flatten it out, E string again with the ring finger down, hit your B string, now your D chord. Okay, so all together it goes like this. anytime you want to add the low notes in, just to fill up space, please do, like this. See, so you just reach up there and grab that low note every now and then and just toss it in. It's all up to you, it's just music, okay? So these are just little fun things to toss in. Okay, so again, those are the only 4 chords in it, and it does that whole intro thing again after the first chorus. Then sings my soul, say God to me, how great thou art, great thou art. And then you know, you've heard it a million times how that goes. So let's play along with it, and I'll just shout out a bunch of stuff at you, what chords we're going to, and we'll just have some fun. So let's do that intro with it. Here we go. Fast. So you're in D.
Oh Lord my God, when I in all
G.
wonder,
Back to D dog. A. Back to D dog. Going to G. Back to D dog. A. Back to D dog. Stay there. G. Back to D dog. We're going to E minor now. Now A. Back to D dog. Same thing. D dog. G. Back to D dog. Getting ready to go to E minor. A. Back to D dog. Now we're going to do that whole intro thing. Okay, see how it goes? D dog. And G. D dog. A. And back to D dog. And the G. Back to D dog. A. D dog. And sing it big. D dog. G. And D dog. Getting ready to go to E minor. A and D and D. And big D dog. And G. And D dog. E minor. A minor. I'm sorry, D dog. Now right there at the end, it does D, G, D, G, D. A, here we go. D, G, G, D. So, how great thou art, how great thou art, the G and D. Okay, so that's basically it. Just keep that rhythm. Down up, note, down up, root, down up, root, down up, root, down up. Okay. Now, if you want to add just one more little thing in, then sings my soul. It's nice to put in like this. So Then sings my soul. Right before that, just do the open A string. Then we're talking beyond the capo, 2nd fret, 4th fret, then back to your open D string. So, sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, great thou art. Those are called pickup notes, so it's just open A string, 2nd fret past the capo, 4th fret past the capo, then back to your D chord. Okay? So this is something fun. You can toss in there if you want. And remember, you can put the capo wherever you want after this. We're just playing along, you know, in Loretta's key. Okay, so otherwise you can just play it in whatever, move it to wherever it fits your voice, or take it off and just play it in regular old D, whatever works for you. Okay? Again, these are just, we're just playing along to the artist on here, and then you can go have fun with them, put them in whatever key you want. Okay, so here we go. We're going to let Loretta do it. And if you need that intro again, go to the front, or go hit rewind to the front of the song, and catch what we're doing here. So here we go. I'll shut up, and you can just watch my fingers if you need me. All right, here we go.
Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the works thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the roaring thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When Christ shall come with shouts of acclamation to take me home, what joy shall fill my heart. Then I shall bow in humble adoration and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Okay, now one thing I want to point out to you, a lot of artists will do it this way. When I was playing with some members of the Cash family, and as Loretta does on here too, a lot of times during the chorus, they will not go to that E minor the first time around. And sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. They'll just go right to the A. How great thou art, how great thou art. And then they'll do it the second time. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. Now they'll do it. How great thou art, how great thou art. Okay, so it can be done both ways. I've heard it done several times. Loretta actually does it a couple times during this song, and so that's called opting out. So you opt out to go for the E minor. So the first time, probably about half the time, depends on who you're actually playing with, whether they will add that minor chord the first time around in the chorus or not. Okay, so again, an option at one time through with the music, just to show you, you can go to the chorus, G, now let's just go to A after this, A, like she just did right there, to D, do. Now we will go to it this time, back to G, and back to D. Now we will go to the E minor, and then the A. So basically just be aware that, you know, people do it differently sometimes, just like the second time in the song, actually third time, in that song, she did opt out of the E minor and went straight to the A. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. Right to the A. How great thou art, how great thou art. Sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. And then you'll go to the E minor. How great thou art, how great thou art. Okay, so just be aware of that. So sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So there you go, Loretta Lynn doing an amazing job on How Great Thou Art. Just superb. Enjoy that one, folks. Okay, here's one, Climb Higher by Mr. Gene Watson. Probably one of the best singers to ever walk the face of the earth. This song, just to kind of show you the rhythm real quick. Okay, not a hard rhythm part at all for your right hand. It's just a... Okay, so just a low, whatever your root note is. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you hit the root, which is, in this case, we're going to be capoing here at the first fret. So this song's actually an F. But, so we're going to be playing E, A's, and B7s, which I'll show you. But, so your E, down, up. So you're hitting E, down, up, E, down, up, E, down, up, and then B, down, up, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so now that B7 I spoke of, okay, which will actually be C7 in this particular case, but for B7 chords, again, we are capoed here at the first fret. So in this case, we will be needing to put notes on every other string. So you're going to be covering up the A string, the G string, and the E string. So middle finger is actually going to be here on the third fret of the A string. Then we cover up on the same fret on the G string. And then your pinky is going to grab the same fret on the high E string. Then we're just going to sneak our first finger here on our D string. Okay, back here on the second fret. Okay, everything would be back here, but since we're on capo, we're here. Okay, so that'd be it. And played straight down. You start with the A string. If you don't hear something clicking right, that's because you need some major arches going underneath here. Okay, so if I lift that finger off, you can, maybe if I get it down this way, you can see. So they have to be arched at that angle. So it's like a train track. They have to run right through there, and no finger can touch any of the strings that are trying to pass under it like a little train would, okay? So that'll be your B7. Okay, the big thing with this song is nothing more than getting used to a really quick chord changes in there, and then I'll add a couple walks in here too that'll make it kind of fun, so it'll walk up. From like E up to the A. Okay, just a typical walk like that, but we'll be doing it from going up to the A chord, and it'll be the open E string, then we're going to call it the 2nd fret, and the 4th fret because that's how many frets past the capo it is. If you want to call it in real time, it's actually the 3rd fret and the 5th fret. Okay, so E, then 2 more frets, 2 more frets, then your A chord. Okay, so that'll be your walk up. So when I say walk up, that's what we're doing. Okay, now at one point it has a really quick A, B7, right back to E. Okay, so just that quick. Make sure your capo's good and on there for that low E string. There we go. And then it goes. So really quick. Okay, so now what does the song sound like? I know you've heard it before. Let's check out the intro. E, B7, A, back to E. Okay? And again, just your strumming, it's just okay, just real basic. Da da, down it, down it. So hit the note, down it, down it, down it. Okay, again from the intro, and then we'll just kind of roll the chords at you. Nice and simple. E, B7, A, now E. We're getting ready to do that walk up thing. Here's the E, B7, E, walk up, A. Okay, so hear how that went? B7, E, A. Okay, so that's kind of how that takes place. Again from the beginning. E, B7, A, and back to E. So E, B7, now E with the walk, A, back to E, back to B7, back to E, B7, E with the walk, A, back to E, B7, E, and now right there before we went to the chorus, we're going to do that quick A, B7 thing. Listen for it here. So that's where it comes in. I'll let you hear it, and I'll shut up and let you hear it. And these, it's and these, which is A, B7, then right back to your E. Okay? So it's just a sneaky little bugger. And back to our E. Here comes the A, E, A, B7. Bum, bum, E. Now you can pop that in there if you want. Again, the A, B, 7. E, A, E, back up to A again, and E, and definitely have the A, B7, 100% for sure there. B7 and E. Here comes the A, B7 here. Bum, bum, E. A. E. Walk up. A. E. B7 and back to E. E. B7. Walk up. A. Back to E. And B7. Back to E. B7. E with a walk up. A. Back to E. And B7. Now back to E. Now we're going to do our little A, B7. E. A. Back to E. Back to B7. And E. Stay there. Walk up. A. And E. And B7. And E. Now that's getting ready to do what's called a turnaround, but you do the A, B7 again, real quick, right there. We'll get right in before it. Here it is. A, B7, E. B7, A. Now listen here. Yeah. Okay, then it just ends out. But you do have a funky chord. The best way to go about this is just playing from A. Just go into an A minor and let the bass do the walking. So you got the E, B7. Now if you do the A, then that chord right there, then back to E, and then just stops it. That's just coming out, but you go far away. Okay, all that A minor is exactly like an E, but drop everything down one whole string. So it's like if you had A, but you got to turn it around, so you end up with the first finger here, and then you build up just like an E chord, but just drop everything down. So you go from A minor, okay. So that's basically it to this particular song. Gene's voice is what makes this song great, and plus the lyrics, of course. But very basic on the strumming. Okay, now there are other little walks you can do if you want to. Okay, I'll throw those in a couple real quick for you, just for fun. The intro. To A. Right here. There you had it. Okay, so you had the intro. Okay, so that one there is actually starting with the one that you already have fretted here on your A string. Okay, after you get back to the E, from the A, back to the E. So you're actually hitting that A string that has it here at what we're going to call our second fret. Move it up 2 more frets. Then go to like your first fret past the capo on your D string. And then your E chord. And that's it. Okay. Okay. So all that is, again, 2 frets past a capo, which is already there on your E chord, on your A string. Then use another finger to go 2 more frets past that. Then on your D string, 1st fret past the capo. Then make your E chord again. Okay, so your intro would be. Okay, so it's just like a little flavor thing, but it happens all throughout the song. Every time you're just in E, and then these are called pickup notes. Because just getting ready to pick up where you left off and go back to another verse. Okay, so right before you go to another verse, it's always nice to put those pickup notes in. Okay, and you'll learn terms as we go. So those are our pickup notes. It's picking up after a chorus or after an intro, then it just picks back up at a verse. That's why they named it that. Okay, you don't pick up into a chorus, you build up into a chorus. Okay, and then they call the same thing a walk up. So you would walk up to your chorus. Okay, same thing, but you walk up to another note. These stay in the same key. You're not going to any other chord, you're going to stay in the same chord. So it's a pickup when it stays in the same chord. It's a walk up if you're walking up to a chord like we do. We walk up from the E up to the A. So we're walking up to the next chord, which is up higher in pitch. Okay? Get her, got her good. One time for the intro, then I'm going to shut up and then we'll blast this thing up higher and let you just play along with it, okay? So intro with all the little walks and pickup notes and stuff. Come on, Gene, let's start from the beginning. Alright. E, B, 7, A, back to E, pick up, B7, F, walk up. Okay, so now you've got how she goes. If you need any instructions again, just rewind this puppy, go grab them. But here's the song with me shutting up. Don't forget your pickup notes and your walk-up notes. Okay, again, the A just turns into an A minor. That's what we're going to use anyway. Okay, just to make it easy and groovy sounding. So here we go from the beginning. Once again, Gene Watson with Climb Higher. Come on, Gene. Let's start from the beginning. I keep blaming it on Gene. Okay, here we go, guys.
Washing away the pain.
rocky hills so steep, and these falling gentle tones to me. Climb higher and see that beyond the misty veil, the sun is shining. Follow me where tears wipe away. Follow me where tears are wiped away.
Okay, you won't hear a better voice probably ever than Gene Watson. If you're not familiar with him, shame on you. Go get one of his albums, his 8 tracks, his cassettes, his CDs, VHS or DVDs, whatever you want. The man is an incredible talent. So Climb Higher is the name of that song, just a beautiful song. Hope you enjoy that one, and we're off for some more fun. So just practice on that. Do your walks, your walk-ins, and your walk-ups. Get used to doing those. And you can even walk back down up to B7. From that B7, the same you did with your walk-up. You can come right out of that B7, go back into the E again. It does it a lot through the song. So you're doing your B7. Same as the one you're doing in E, exactly. But you're doing it out of the B, but you're starting on the same note. So exactly the same little pickup notes, but you're doing a walk up to E. So if you're getting out of that B7, back to E. So now it's called a walk up because you're walking up to a chord instead of a pickup notes because you're staying in the same chord. Okay, so now you have a walk up. Okay, so listen for it in the song. I'll leave that one to you, but it is there through the entire song. Every time it goes from the B7 to the E, it does do that walk up. Okay, but it is exactly the same as the pickup notes when you're in E and you're staying in E. Okay, so like I said, I'll leave that little piece of the puzzle for you to figure out, even though I've told you how it is, but go back and get it. Then go back and reapply it to the song. Okay? There you go, little Gene Watson. Okay, we're going to do Christy Lane's big, huge song, One Day at a Time. The song is a waltz. It is in 2 different keys. It's in the key of G, and then it modulates, meaning changes keys, to the key of A. And I will show you how we do that. There are a lot of little walk-up notes, which are the one day at a time. One day at a time. So it does the little walk-up notes and that kind of thing. But with the walk-up notes, while we're here, I'll just show you how it comes in at the beginning. It starts off in the key of G and switches to the key of A. In G, we're going to do G, C, and D. Okay, again with G, always use 2 notes at your 3rd fret. So your ring finger on the 3rd fret of your B string, pinky under it, 3rd fret, high E string, form your regular G. It's just a better sounding chord. Okay, but coming up to that, we're going to actually be starting in G, one day at a time. So you never actually hear the G chord. You just hear the walk up to the C. Check it out.
One day at a time, sweet Jesus.
Okay, so you don't actually hear it. So somebody will be off stage like going, and she'll go, one day at a time. And you go, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. Okay, so that walk up is while she's singing. One day at a time. Okay, so the word, it comes in on the word day with the walk up, which will be this. Okay, so like your G, one day at a time. Okay, so you actually go with the 3rd fret of your low E on the word day, then open A, middle finger, 2nd fret A string, because when you go to the C chord, you want to have your 3rd finger, your ring finger, at the 3rd fret of the A string, so you can go ahead and grab your entire C chord. Okay? And then we go to our waltz. Little strumming, which will be this, because that does use the root and the 5th, meaning you play the C note, then 2 strums down, then you move your ring finger, what used to be a C, now up here G, back to C, okay, so when we're in G, you'll be doing G, then D string. When we're in D, you'll be doing the D, A, D string, A string, D string, A string. Okay, now when we go, this is just all your junk in advance. When we're in A, when we finally change keys to A, you'll be going A, E string, A string, E string. Then we go to D, same as before, because these will be A, D, E. So A, E string, A string, E string, D, same as before, D string, A string, D string. And when we go to the E, you'll do the E, then the A string, which is already fretted at the 2nd fret for a B note. Okay, so you have, okay, so you're alternating notes. Okay, so there's a root 5th, so here's your root in the key G, then D string is your 5th, because you do that old do-re thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that is G, that's what we're playing, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, it's just an old theory thing. If you need the theory lesson from me, you can get that one from me. Basic guitar theory will teach you what this is, but that D is the number 5. So G, we're playing a G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5, when I count it up, that's a D note. Or, okay, so you go on root, meaning the first one, your name of the chord, G, then D, root, 5th, root, 5th, which is what your bass player actually plays all night long in country music. Root 5th, you know. And that's called root 5th in it all night long. Okay, that's what bass players do in country. That's, you know, the classic sound. Okay, so in this song, there is a 7th fretted also, the G. Okay, if you know G7. If not, from your regular G, we got to switch everything around, so it'll look just like a C almost, but really elongated. So you end up with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of your low E, your middle finger, 2nd fret of your A string, then you're going to pop your 1st finger all the way down here on that high E string, 1st fret. Okay, so that's right before it switches to the chorus. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. Okay, so it just throws that G7 in gospel. There are lots of 7th chords. Okay, so let's start picking this apart, and that's a lot of junk to toss like at the beginning, but it will make sense shortly. So again, at the beginning, somebody gives her a G, and they have it shut off in the control room, and she goes, one day at a time. So on the word day is when it comes in. Day at a time. With that walk up that I showed you, which is again, is right here, 3rd fret, and then A string, 2nd fret, then 3rd fret, which ends up being your C chord. Okay, so it's like one day at a time, sweet Jesus. Root 5th in it. back up again. Okay, let's check it out.
One day at a time, sweet Jesus.
G. Stay there.
I'm only human. I'm just a
D.
woman. Help me believe
D.
that
Fifth.
I could be
Root fifth.
and all
And
that
G.
I am.
Fifth.
Show me the stairway.
So we're in G.
I
That was your 7th right there. Okay, so we'll come back and grab that.
Show me the stairway.
Right there, they threw it in. This 7th. So there's C.
Lord,
Back to G.
teach me
And D.
one
And back to G. Okay, that happens a lot. Okay, so that's coming right up before every single chorus. And then it comes back up and does the walk up. So the boom, 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 which is 3rd fret on your A string, 2nd, open, and down to your 3rd fret again on your low E. So it's exactly backward of the walk up. It's just a walk down. So instead of, now it's ba-do-da-dum, okay? Not rocket science, folks, okay? So very easy, you'll hear it right here.
to take one day at a time. One day at
Walk back up, C,
sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking from
G, 5th, root, 5th, D dog,
you every day. What
Back to
I
G.
have to do.
now do the walk up,
Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus. I tomorrow remember.
back to G,
Lord, help
back to D dog,
me. Show me the way. One day
and G. Now this, okay, G,
when you walk.
D dog,
Well, Jesus, you know, you're looking below. It's worse
Back to
than
G.
I can
5th, root, 5th, 7, and C, and back to G, and D, and C. Now the walk down, boom, 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 boom. Walk up, okay? Now here's our key changes, very odd right here. Okay, check this.
One day
Day at a time. Ba-do-do. Now that next chord you hear after the boom, 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 E, then A, that's going to be our new key, is going to be A, but they hit the E chord first, after the boom, 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 then E, then we go to A, one day at a time. Now we're going to start with that thing again. Now the walk up from there is going to be open A, 2nd fret, 4th fret, then to our D string, which will bring us to our D chord. Let's check out that whole key change mess.
Islands and cross.
Back way before the key change.
So for my sake, teach me to go. One
Okay, here it
day
comes.
at a time.
Boom, boom, boom. E, A,
One day at
walk
a
up, D.
time, sweet Jesus.
And that'll be D and A and E. Back to A.
Just give me
E.
strength to do every day what I have.
A, walk up,
Yesterday's gone,
D dog,
sweet Jesus. I tomorrow remember.
A,
Lord, help me.
E,
Show
one day at a time. Here's your end, or outro I should say, or your ending, so check it out. One more time right behind it a little bit more. Okay, stop.
One day at a time.
D dog. A. E. A. Okay. So once again, that key change came down from that D, then E, then to A, then one day at a time, walking up to your D. So kind of funky, but listen to all the stuff, go back, grab it, and put it all together and mix it in a bowl, and you'll come up with the whole song, which is coming up right here. I'll shut my pie hole, and basically away we go. Again, if you need any instructions, they were all there, so go back and grab them. That's what the rewind's for on here. Try to blast through these as fast as we can, and remember that 7th chord. That G7 pops in a couple times. I'll try to kind of really accentuate it here on the screen so you can see it again, you know, when I'm not saying anything to you. So here we go. It's going to be a silent G at the beginning, and then just do the walk up from G up to the C. Okay? So hang on for dear life, kiddies, because you'll get it the second, third time. It's really easy. Here we go.
One day at a time, sweet Jesus. I'm only human. I'm just a woman. Help me believe in what I could be and all that I am. Show me the stairway I have to climb. Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking from you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Lord, help me today, show me the way, one day at a time. Do you remember when you walked among men? Well, Jesus, you know, if you're looking below, it's worse now than then.
the infamous Christy Lane with One Day at a Time. Sweet Jesus. Okay, One Day at a Time. I remember the sitcom very well. Valerie Bertinelli is back on top again. Okay, so Christy Lane, you gotta love that one. That's just a classic, all-time classic, whether it's a country or whether it's just classics in general. That's just as good a song as it gets, right there. Okay, going to do some old Southern gospel here. I'm not even sure who the artist is on here, but a great version of What a Friend We Have in Jesus. 3-chord song, and it's got a good old country tempo to it. So this brings us to our country gospel. It's just having some fun with this song. Nice and clean rendition of it. I'll let you listen to the beginning of it.
What a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs to bear.
Okay, so you get the idea. We are capoed up here on the 1st fret, so this song's actually in the girl key of B flat. So we're taking it up 1 fret and just going to play it in A. Girls usually sing in B flat or E flat. That's just where their voices are normally at. So that's why our good friend the capo is usually around. So 3 chords, A, D, and E. But the rhythm is nice and lively. So with our A chord, so A string, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, A string. Okay, down, up, 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 root note, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, it's just getting the accents right. This will help you listen to it. So do that all day long if you need to. That's what practice is about. Just shut it up on your left hand. And when you finally get that right, just add in the chord. Then open it up. Okay, so that's what we have here. We have a walk up from the E back up to the A, which is going to be just that. For those of you, again, who don't know that one, it's real simple. If you're doing the A, then E, or, yeah, just like that. So we'll do the open E string, which is now actually an F, but then 2 frets past the capo, 2 more frets, and then back to your A chord. Okay? And that's all it is. So let's catch this from the beginning. It's going to go A, D, A, E, A. Okay, we'll check it together. And here we go, an A. Okay, I'll yell them out. A, in E, D, A, E, A. Okay, just that quick. Okay, one more time. And once again, A, D, A, E, A. A, heaven, G, D, A, E, A. So I'll just yell them out. A, and D, back to A, E, here comes that walk up. A, and D, and A, E, A, E, walk up again. Okay. Now these little breaks in between each of these are going to go A, D, and then just A, and stay there on A. So I'm going to show you the walk up from the E back up to the A, and then the little break that goes A, D, A, and it just hangs on the A. It doesn't go back to the E like we did at the beginning. Okay, you'll see what I mean. A, D, and A, E, A, D, now A. Now you just stay there. Just stay there. Now we're back to this. And D dog. A and E. Walk up. A and D. A, E, and A. Walk up. E, A, D dog. E, walk up. A, D, A, E, A, walk up. A, just like that one. D, it's back to A and stay there. It stays there. A, D dog. A, E, walk up. A, D dog. And A, E, A. E, A, D dog. E, walk up. A, D dog. A, E, A. A, D dog. A, E, A, D dog. A, E, A. It stops right there. You want to get all kinds of funky, you can throw your slide bar on. I've got acoustic guitar slide videos. Okay, tons of fun. But when you open this thing up and really open your guitar up, you can okay, so you can really open it up and have all kinds of fun with it. Put the capo where you need it for your particular voice range. Okay, but again, I honestly don't know whose version this is. So if anybody out there knows, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to slap the artist right there on the old ad. Okay, so that is it, kids. So we'll just play through it. I'll shut up and nice and easy. Okay, so here we go from the beginning. And the beginning, remember, is A, D, A, E, back to A. It's the only time that it does it in the whole song. Okay, so here we go.
What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. Oh, because we do not care. Everything to God in prayer.
Okay, What a Friend We Have in Jesus by whoever that is. Great voice and great rendition. Heard it, had to have it. Thought this is the one to teach. But gave me no name. Just says Southern Country Gospel. So by golly, that's what we're doing. So once again, you know who it is. It sounds like the lead singer from the Forrester Sisters to me. Probably isn't, but good voice and nice, cool song. But it's really good for the. If you get to talk to a drummer who actually knows what they're talking about, that is a country drummer, these are known as stroke rolls that he would be playing on his snare drum. If you ever want to work with somebody like that knows his stuff, or her stuff, depending on who's playing drums, if they know their stroke rolls, it's the same rhythm. So you guys can kind of talk to each other back and forth about that. And if they don't know what a stroke roll is, tell them it's a training beat. You know, just tell them the training beat. So if they're uneducated as far as proper music, tell them the training beat. Otherwise, stroke roll, and that will get you. Okay, so there you go. Great tune, great version. And again, tell me who did it. Okay, that will be your little trivia for the day. Okay, never mind. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, we're going to do I'll Fly Away by Jim Reeves. It doesn't get any more classic than this, that's for sure. Really easy in the fact that it's just C, F, and G. Okay? The F's and G's at some point are only there for one count. Fly away, fly away. Fly away. It's that quick. Fly away. Just boom, boom. So you gotta really, and after it does that, fly away. It goes, so it does the G's and the F's really, really fast sometimes. So that's the only problem you'll have. It's so simplistic that it may mess you up. Okay? The rhythm is. So just the note C, then strum down. There's no upstrokes ever. Okay, so if you're playing a C, you play the C note, down, C note, down. Okay. F, fly away. Okay, it does that too. I'll fly away. Okay, so it does quick ones. I'll show you where they're at. But it's just real simple strumming like that. Boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick. Okay, he starts off a cappella or Acapulco. You could go to Acapulco right now. But I'll just go through it with you. And we'll see what happens at the end, okay? I'll start it off, and again, singing a cappella, and then we just jump right in.
Some glad morning when this life is over.
And F, C,
home on God's celestial shore.
C, G, C. Okay, and then right after that, there was a quick F. Okay, so it's really fast. After that G, I'll fly away. And it does that every time. I'll fly away. after that really quick G for one note, the G comes a lot later than you think. Just time for one strum, then back, and then one stroke on the F, then back to C again. So you got to have these chords down. You got to really know these three chords: C, F, and G. Okay.
God's celestial shore.
Here. G, C, F, C. Okay. F. Back to C. C. G, C, F, C.
When the shadows of this life have fallen,
F, C, C, stay there.
bird from prison bars has flown.
Here we go. G, C, F, C. Now C, F. We got a weird part coming up. C. It's a little instrumental.
I die, hallelujah, by and by.
Okay, we got this C, G, C, F, C. Okay, that's C, G, C, F, C. Okay, so it's just like I'll fly away is what you'll think of for that little tiny break in the instrumental. Listen to it again. You'll just think that in your head to keep going. Way like I'll fly away.
Just
Then come right back in singing. So try it one more time, then we'll keep cruising. So just like this. I'll fly away. Same thing, just like it. Okay, then back to C. Then F. Back to C. 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 G, C, F, C. And then one last note. I'll fly away. And then one extra C note at the end. So that is it. The only weird part, like I said, is just knowing to actually away, to throw those in really quick, and then just to think, and I'll fly away during that little instrumental section. But it follows right after, yeah, by and by, I'll fly away. So you do the same thing with. So you just think that in your head and you'll play it right. Can't miss it. Okay? So I don't think there's much more you need to go over. It's really basic and simple like that. It's just a matter of getting used to playing it. And by golly, that's what we'll do. I'll just fire Jim Reeves up and let him sound his best. You guys play along. And remember, we just come in after he starts singing. Okay? So he gets the first line out, then away we go. You can follow the bouncing ball and watch me if you need to, as always. So here we go. Come on, Jim.
Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away.
That's it. Remember the intro again. Bye bye, I'll fly away. Okay, Jim Reeves at his best, boy. That's good stuff right there. Okay, it's time to do a little Merle Haggard. I've been waiting for this one, and by golly, those are my knees cracking. Yeah, I'm old. Doing a little Precious Memories, man. You gotta love this song, and he does a great job on it. He does capo up to the 1st fret, and then we're going to play actually in the key of E flat, so we're in D, G, and A, and that's it. 3 chords. And it's just a matter of, again, doing walks, little walk-ups, and quick chord changes that are just there for flavor. Okay? So the best way to do this one is to let you know that it is a waltz, and it's a slow waltz. Let me give you kind of what he does. It's a cappella at the beginning. Listen to it.
Precious memories, unseen angels, sing from somewhere to my soul. How they linger ever near me, and the sacred past unfolds.
Okay, very easy. I said a waltz, it's not a waltz. But nice slow tune, and it's classic Merle. Okay, just doing his gospel stuff, so very nice. Again, key of G, or key of D, got the G, got the A in it. The walk-ups from D up to G are going to be from your D chord, then the open D string, 2 frets past the capo, then 2 more frets up, then when she hit the open G string, you can actually go right to the G chord. And from like the A chord, it's just done on the A string. So you just do the A string, then 2 more frets, 2 more frets, and to your D string. So those are the only 2 walks that are in it, so exactly the same. So from the D, D string, 2 more frets, 2 more frets, then G, back to D, down to A, okay, so that's all it is. Those are your little walks. But it does have some quick changes, and we'll get to them as we go. That's half the fun, just diving right into the pool and learn how to swim. So we're going to let Merle start this for us, and we'll jump in and have our fun.
Precious memories,
G, back to D dog,
sing from somewhere to my soul.
you can check out the picking. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, back to D. Okay. And D, and A, and D. G. There's the quick ones. Okay, so I'll start right back in the beginning because I'm showing you all this stuff. So the picking is just okay, so right there we just had the quick switch. You'll hear it here. D, so quick walk even after it. So everything all at once. So here we go with this part. And G, A, walk up, and back up to D. When it goes to the chorus, it stays there. How they expect it to kind of go up, but it stays there. Okay, so from the beginning, I'll see out the chords, and here we go one more time.
Precious memories.
Walk up to G, back to D.
Sing from somewhere
To A,
to my soul.
to the walk up, D,
They linger.
G, and D, and A, and D, and G, D, A, walk up, D, stay there. No matter how much you want to switch, stay. Walk up, G, back to D dog, nice and easy. G, and back to D dog, and A, and D dog, G, D, D dog, A, and D, G, D, A, walk up, quickie, and G, D dog, so you can hear this, A, G, D dog, and A, and D, and G, and D, A, walk up, D, stay there, walk up to the G, back to D dog, G, back to D dog, A, and D dog, G, D, walk up from A, D dog, A, D, G, D dog. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Just a lot of little walks and quick changes. So let's fire Merle up. Just jam along with him. Very easy song, but there are the walk-ups from the D. And just a quick G, then A walk up to D again. They always happen every time. Okay, so every time you go to that G to D, then A walk up, back to D. So it's a lot of walking, gotta get some new shoes, get you some new Air Jordans. Okay, so we're firing Merle up, and I'll sit here and pick along with you. Here we go.
Precious memories, unseen angels, sing from somewhere to my soul. How they linger ever near me, and the sacred past unfolds. midnight. Precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious sacred scenes unfold.
Okay, there you go. Every now and then you'll hear a subtle little thing. Okay, a little thing going from the A back to the D before it walks up to the D again. Let's see if we can find one.
The sacred past unfold.
Okay, check here.
Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight.
Looks like it's going to be in a verse.
Precious sacred scenes unfold.
But I want to make sure you get everything that's in the song. Okay, so listen to this.
Precious
Hear what I'm talking about. G. It's during the A part.
mother, fly
It'll be this part here. When it goes to the A, right here. Right there. One more time, listen to it.
Mother, fly across the lonely
Right here.
year.
Okay. To accomplish that, if you want to stick it in there, when it goes to the A, okay, you'll need to make an A with a one finger bar across here. You will actually add your middle finger to what is actually the 4th fret, and your ring finger to what is actually the 5th fret. There's a dot on the side of the guitar there, or a dot in front. So you put your ring finger there on the D string, play 4 strings. So you were on A. You can actually play 5 strings. It sounds nice and full. So A, then add those on. Then you walk back up. Okay. So here it is in context.
Mother, fly across the
Here it goes.
lonely year. And
Okay, so there you go, Precious Memories in all of its glory. I heard that and I forgot to teach it to you earlier. So I want to make sure you have it for later, and now you can go back and play with it again. So it's in the verses when it goes to the A. Okay, not like you had enough to do, but hey, it's more to do and it's more accurate and it gives you more choices. So choices are good. So once again, Merle Haggard's staggering, just simplistic, but Merle had his singing like that. You gotta love it, man. At the point of this taping, Merle is still alive. Got to play with him on many occasions, and just a phenomenal talent. So hope he sticks around for a long time. So great tune, Merle. Appreciate it, and you guys enjoy playing that one. Alright folks, you're in for a treat. This is Randy Travis doing Amazing Grace. No instruments other than just an acoustic guitar and his voice. I've seen him play this many times. It's very, very, very simplistic, but that's what gives it its charm, its magic. Okay, as far as the chords on this, it's in the key of C, F, and G. No surprises. Make sure you still make your G chords with a pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. Everything of the B string, giving you a D note. Okay. We don't need the other sounding G chord. There's also an A minor in here. Again, if you don't remember the A minor, it looks just like an E, but just drop everything down one string. If you were to take this finger that's down here and move it forward 1 fret, it'd make it regular A, but just funky looking. So you're just taking whatever note is on the B string and flatting it 1 fret. So you end up with what looks just like an E, but it's down here. Okay, so C, F, and G, and A minor. Now the picking on this is very basic and exactly the same all the way through, which is really neat. And there's nothing weird, no 7th chords, no strumming ever. It's strictly picking. It's just straight down. So it's just that, you know, just all the way through. So it's just straight down. If you're playing a C, you're just hitting that C note all the way down till you run out of guitar, then come back up. And that's the way it is through the whole song. So once you know the chord changes, the first verse, you have it through the rest of the song. You cannot go wrong. But this is the one I picked because this is it's just one of those songs that you can go off and perform by yourself like this, totally stripped down, just you and the guitar, and this will affect people more than any big production with 30,000 backup singers and a huge band. People are getting way over the top with production these days, which is fine, you know, for what it's for. But then it's a song like this that will remind you that simplicity, sometimes less is more. There's reason for sayings like that because they deserve to be said. Okay, so to just dig right into this, like I said, we'll just go right in the beginning of it. It's just picking like that, C, F, G, and an A minor in there. I'll yell out the chords, you follow it. After 4 times of going through this, which is what he does, that's the way it goes. You can't go wrong with this, but just to show you this version. Okay, so here we go with no further explanation.
Amazing grace, how
F,
sweet
C,
that saved a wretch like
G,
me. I
C,
once was lost,
F,
now I'm found.
C, A minor,
Blind, but
and G,
now I see.
F, C. Every time it's the same way. C,
Grace that taught my
F,
heart to
C,
and grace my fears relieve.
G,
How precious did that
F,
grace
C. Now we're going to A minor.
the hour I first
G, C. It's like this all the way through. Nothing changes.
I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me
F to C, A minor,
and grace will
G,
lead me
F,
home.
C,
When we've
C,
been there 2,000
F,
years,
C,
bright shining as
And
the
G.
sun. We
To C.
know last days
F,
sing of
C, A minor,
when we
G,
first began.
F, see, no tricks at the end or nothing. The F at the end. Just straight down. So the F is the F note on the D string, then second fret, then open, then just a C chord, all 5 strings down. As simple as it gets. No weird, strange chords, nothing, just straightforward. No augmented, diminished, something to the 3rd power times pi. None of that stuff. Straight, one man, one guitar, singing the easily probably one of the best Southern gospel songs ever. It's just as good as it gets right there, man. The guy's got a huge talent. So that be it. And I'm going to crank it up, let Randy do his thing. You guys pick along. And like I said, it's just 4 times through, exactly the same. And it gets a little tiny bit slow at the end with a little. No weird chords, just ends up simply. Okay, here we go.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangerous toils and save the song, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we know last days to sing God's praise. Then when we first begun.
Then you wait a few moments like that and you just appreciate it. Okay, so that's why I put this one on here, that version. You don't need any more than that. And that be that. I'm just sitting here just going, wow, that's just cool, and I'm ready to just veg the rest of the day, but we got to keep trucking. So there you go. Randy Travis pulling out Amazing Grace and then pulling out an amazing version of it. I hope you enjoyed the stripped down version, and that's what it's about right there. Just a man and his guitar and a song that he feels in his heart, and you deliver it like that, and other people are going to feel it too. So there you go, and play it proud, play it simple. A lot to be said for simple. Trust me, I'm as simple as they come. Have fun with that. Okay, it is Patsy Cline time. Time for something a little different and a couple of variations on a wacky chord. Okay, of course, when we have a female singing, we're going to be capoing up. So grab the capo, put it on the 1st fret. We're going to be doing this in the key of D, or actually E flat. So like I said at one point, girls like to sing in E flat or B flat. It's just where their voice naturally goes. So don't fault them. That's just where girls sing. Okay? That's why they make a capo. Okay, so here we go. The chords in this are D, and then D7. If you don't know D7, that will simply be your middle finger here, 2 frets past the capo on your G string, and your ring finger 2 past the capo on your E string, and then your first one will be on your B string, the 1st fret past your capo. So you have, starting at your D string, okay, so you have D, D7, and then you have G. We want to use the full G, again, using a finger on the D note, so 3rd fret B string with your ring finger, and right underneath it with your pinky, 3rd fret. Well, it's actually 4th on this particular chord, but 3 frets past your capo. On your high E string, finish your G chord, and we'll have an A chord, of course. One chord in here that will be kind of weird is called a flat 5 to the 5th power times pi and all that stuff. This chord will be coming right up after every G chord that you hit. Then you're actually going to play just what looks like a stair step. Just go up here to the 5th fret, which is actually, right here where your dot is, on your low E string. Grab it there with your 1st finger, and then we're just going to go down a string and up a fret every single time. So you 5th fret, then your next string on the 6th fret, next string 7th fret, next string 8th fret. So you have, okay? That's going to be your weird chord for the lesson. Okay? Okay. Now the rhythms in this are, okay, so with every chord, you're going to be doing the first 2 notes of the chord. So like in D, you'll be playing the D string, then the G string, then up, on the remaining strings. On A, it would be D, then D again, D7, the G, that weird chord, then D, A, then D. That's about all I got to tell you. The whole song goes exactly like that. Okay, so we'll get into it, see how she sounds, and again, I'll just call it that A thing. Okay, when we do the, again, 5th fret, next string down, 6th fret, next string down, 7th fret, next string down, 8th fret. So it's just a stair step going all the way down. So I'll just say that A thing instead of just A, which we would be doing down here, which is actually B flat, blah, 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 blah. Okay? I'll just say weird chord. How's that? Weird chord. Okay, there's weird chord for you. So from the beginning, this is a live version, by the way. So Patsy Cline, here we go. Just check it out. It's the same all the way through. D. Chord, D, A, back to D, G, D, stay there in D, same thing, A, because it's live, D, nothing like a conductor with bad timing, D, D7, G, weird chord, D, A, back to D, and G, same thing. A. Chop those things off. D. You can put those things, you've got them by now. That's the bass guitar doing it. D7. G, weird chord, D, A, and D, G, D, D, when life's sun sinks in the west. Here, getting faster. and A. Getting even faster. They needed Ricky Ricardo for a band leader. That wouldn't speed up. Back to D. You can do the bass line if you want. We're walking. D7 and G. Weird chord. D. A. Stay there. D. G. And D. And then you let the crowd go crazy. Oh, let's hear it for me. Oh, let's hear it for you. Let's hear it for the pause button. There you go. Okay, so that's it. Bunch of chords and a girl singer and some good words and by golly and a live studio audience and you've got it made. Okay, so from the beginning, just remember just to keep that. Okay, and that's the real way. If you want to change it up a little bit and just make it fuller, go right ahead. Just kind of showing you the way it goes here, and it's music. Hang loose, have some fun. Okay, so here we go. I'll shut up, and we'll just play. Like I said, it's the same all the way through.
Jesus is my everything. Daily walking close to Thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so there you go, Patsy Cline, just a little closer walk with Thee. And again, just keep that going, and you got it going on. Okay, so just a cool tune, cool arrangement. The live arrangement is actually cooler than the studio arrangement, so that's why it's here. Just a little break in the action. So, have fun. Okay, folks, it's time for some more Loretta Lynn, Will the Circle Be Unbroken? I picked this particular version over all the others. Why? Because I actually want to teach you how to play some guitar. Okay? Besides that, it's just an amazing version. Loretta's just cool. And we get to play in some sharp keys, or flat keys, whichever you want to call them. And I'm not going to let you use a capo, so I'm going to teach you some guitar. Not just let you play chords along with standard Southern gospel music. Okay, so this song is in the key of D. You know, has your typical D. Broken to G, D. The home of B minor in the sky, Lord A, the sky. Okay, but then when we do the key change, Lord in the sky. Okay, so we'll be going up to E flat and playing E flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, C sharp minors, all these without any capos. Okay, so you're going to learn how to play some guitar right now. All right, no more messing around. Okay, first part really easy. If you don't know how to play bar chord minors, here we go. Okay, like I said, first of all, easy stuff. And this is a jamming thing right here. This is like Pentecostal type jamming. This is going to church singing right here. Okay, so we got D, G, everything you're familiar with, and A, but then we need a B minor. Okay, now if you know how to play an A minor down here, so, okay, looks like an E chord, but just drop it down, A minor. Okay, it's going to be the same thing, but like if you had your first finger chopped off, hope you didn't, but if you did, good luck making this next chord, but you'll find a way. So try to play A minor, but with your first finger pretending like it's gone, okay? So you have to put your middle finger down there and your other fingers here. And then what do you do with that once you got it? Okay, then you get to grow your finger back and then move the whole thing up 2 more frets and then put your first finger down. So what you end up with is your first finger going across the 2nd fret, starting at, you know, right here on the A string, going all the way across to all 5 strings. We're going to leave the low string alone, your low E. Then we're going to put our middle finger on the 3rd fret, B string. Pinky is going to go right here on the 4th fret on your G string. And right above it, you'll go ahead and cram your ring finger on the 4th fret on the D string. We get to play all these 5 strings. There's your B minor. Later on in the song, we got to use C minor. How do you do that? Move it up 1 fret. Okay, so B minor here, starting on the 2nd fret. C minor, just move it up 1 fret. Okay? So later in this song, the other chords we're going to have to use are going to be E flat. Okay? How do we play that? Or D sharp, whichever you want to call it. They're the same thing. Here's what we do. We take 1 finger, put it here on the 3rd fret. Okay? We're going to cover over 4 strings. We're going to leave the top 2 up here alone. Okay, so you're going to put that here. I'm teaching you everything in advance. so we can play the song. Okay, then what you got to do is just put these 2 fingers down. So you've got this across at the 3rd fret, going across 4 strings. Then you have to add your middle finger to the 4th fret of your B string. Then you skip a string over here to go to the 4th string, which is your D string, and put your ring finger on the 5th fret. Now that will be your E flat chord. So you just play those 4 strings. Now when we have to play A flat, what do? If you know how to play an F chord, you just move that up instead of being right here at the 1st fret. Take this whole thing, move it up 3 more frets, so those 2 notes that are here on the F chord are up here on the 4th fret. Then you finish making your F chord. That gives you an A flat. Down one is a G, then F sharp, then F, then back one is E. Okay, so it goes all the way up. Okay, so you have your D sharp or your E flat, then which ends up being, if you need it spelled out for you, which I don't mind doing at all, your 1st finger covering the 4th fret of your E and your B string. Then you put your middle finger right there on the 5th fret, right there on top of that dot, on your G string. Then 1 more, just like your F chord. Your ring finger there on the 6th fret of your D string. So that will give you your A flat, and then back to your E flat. And then to get our next chord, which is your B flat, you just simply take these 2 fingers off. And you only play those 3 strings. You don't play the high E string, you just play the D string, G string, and B string. Okay, so you have these chords. Here's the E flat. Okay, so those are the chords. The only other chord is going to be that C minor, which is, because it's right here, you dang near got it. Okay, from that B flat, just move that bar up 1 more and then add the A minor looking chord on top of it. And you got that C minor that we did, before, but it was down here in B minor. So those are the chords you're going to need after this song changes keys. Now when it goes to change keys, it's going to hit just this chord, this B flat, right here, right before it goes up into, where we were in D, and just taking it up 1. So you're going to hit this chord before we get there, this B flat, and then we're going to go to this E flat. Okay, I know it's a lot to absorb, but this is where you learn to play guitar, kids. Okay, everything's been easy. Till now. So let's go through it, and then you get to come back, and that's what the rewind button's for. Come back and check all this mess out. I'll make it make sense along the way. And what a cool version of the song. So in D, D. Okay, we had our B minor at the intro too there. Okay, so we'll do the to the B minor. In the sky. So you have to go D, B minor, D, A, D. So it's kind of a ending of a chorus, that last half of a chorus is what they're playing. Home away, ten in the sky, Lord, in the sky, is what they're actually playing, is what you would be singing right there. So back to the beginning, in D. D, B minor, D, A, D. Okay, once again, D. Hit the play button, Scotty. There's a better home away, B minor in the sky, Lord, A, back to D. Now say it here in D. I'll get you the rhythm, show you the chords, and G, and D dog, and B minor, D, A, D. Okay, so in the verses, it does not go to the B minor, only in the choruses. Okay, now what do we do with the rhythm? down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Those 3 sets of down ups. So the D note, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it's D, 1 and 2 and 3 and D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Okay, but it sounds so mechanical if you think about it that way. So it's so you got concentrate on this. It's all about the accents. Then you put the chords on. Okay, so that's the rhythm. Okay, so once again from the beginning, there's a better on the way in the sky, Lord, in the sky, is what you'll be thinking in your Kanagan. Okay, here we go again with a D. On the way, B minor, in the D, A, D. Here we go, in D. This is a chorus, so we'll have the B minor. G, and D dog. D, and B minor there, and D, A, D dog. D, no B minor in this one, and G, and D. And A, and D. Now the chorus. D, we will have the B minor this time, and to G, and we can go crazy with the rhythm. You're back on D, and B minor right there, and D, A, and D. Here we go. D, B minor, D, A, just like the beginning. Okay, right there at the end of that little intro, which is exactly like the beginning, is where we go to that B flat, which is where we just put one finger across here, play the D, G, and B strings. So, now and that's what we got to do right there. Okay, so after that, in the sky, Lord, there's no words here, in the sky. We go right to that 3rd fret, and then we got to go to where she's singing and put these fingers down like I showed you before here on the 4th fret B string and the 5th fret D string. And then that F looking thing, which is actually an A flat, back to D flat or E flat. B flat. Okay, so let's get right back before that and get right into it. B minor, D, A, D, now B flat, E flat. Now we're going to the F shape, A flat, back to E flat. Now lift them off for the B flat, and back to your E flat. Now we have your E flat, up to the A flat. Now it's the chorus, so we have to use that C minor. Right there. Then back to the E flat, not very long. Then we do our A flat, and then back to That's all there is. I know it's a lot to get right to that, but this teaches you how to play in flat keys without having to use your capo. Okay? So one more time from the middle of the song there, I want you to take it. Okay, that's right where I want to be. Let's do the whole solo. Okay? Then we're going to switch keys. Back to D. Here's that little solo middle. And B minor. D, A, D, B flat, E flat, A flat, back to E flat. Now B flat, back to E flat. So there's that E flat. Going up to A flat. Back to E flat. Do not skip over this. This is how you learn. And C minor. E flat. B flat. A flat. And back to finally E flat. Okay. So that's how she goes, kiddies. So nothing explaining there. That's just too much fun. It's all there. Go back and get it, because why? This is how you learn. Everything else is how you get by. Okay? Everything else was a piece of cake. This one, too much fun. Okay? So here we go, right from the beginning, back to the key of D dog. I gotta love that. Holy cow, that's one way to end up a good old gospel thing there. Boy, that's too much fun. So you gotta learn that stuff. Okay, folks, I hope you had a lot of fun with that. And the last tune, you know, right there that we just did, where is it? Loretta Lynn, will the circle be unbroken, of course. I hope you actually did not bugger up and just go past that one, because that's where you're going to start to learn how to play. And then I want you to try to figure out how to play some of these songs without a capo at all. Okay? Just try it. You have enough information right there to kind of see what's going on. So challenge yourself a little bit and take some of these songs that are in these sharp and flat keys. Try to play them without a capo and still be able to play the chords. The three little chords that I showed you, you know, being that weird little thing here and then putting this down and playing F chords where they're not supposed to be. That's the whole key to not ever need a capo. When I play somewhere, I don't ever, did I mention ever? I don't ever use a capo for anything. It's just not what I do. It's a challenge for your brain. You just think it out, but pretty soon you don't ever need such a thing, you know. And then you start looking at things all different ways and how you can put everything together on the guitar neck. So anyway, once again, I hope you had a great time with my first of hopefully many of the gospel tunes to come and gospel videos to come. And appreciate, again, everybody always sticking with me through thick and thin, me being crazy and my good days, my bad days. We all have them. So I appreciate all the requests, loyal fans that buy my stuff. They say just because there's nothing on TV they want to watch, so they just pop one of my videos in their VCR or their DVD player, whatever's out now these days. And that is just cool as all get out. I wouldn't want to be around me all the time, but I'm glad some of you like to be. So thanks again for allowing me to do this for a living now. You guys have made that possible. So I cannot thank you enough. And again, just another chipping away at the huge iceberg of requests that I have. I really honestly plan to get to each and every one of them before I die. And if I don't, then, somebody will come along and hopefully they'll take care of you, pass the torch. Life gets in my way. It gets in everybody's way. So I want to put out 20 of these a week, and 2 a month seems to be the average now, with as much going on with me gigging and doing DJ work, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, just know that there's lots more that's coming, lots more of everything else that you all have asked for. So all the other instruments, everything, and all the other artists, they'll be here, okay? So hang tight, and thanks again for hanging in all these years with me. I appreciate it. That's all I can say. You all like me. You really might like me. No. Get out of here. Take care.